As a parent, we want to take our children to do any and everything that is fun, especially take them to theme parks as well as water parks. However, what happens when a family fun day at a water park turns deadly and you find out that the water slide was extremely unsafe and maybe shouldn't have even been opened? Could this deadly tragedy have been avoided? Let's find out right now. Wednesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carrico, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment, and don't forget to press the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, thank you all for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday evening as we discuss another true crime case. How are y'all doing on this Wicked Wednesday evening? I hope y'all are all having a great week so far and you're ready to hear a true crime case. Now, when I received the request on this video, I almost said, you know what, this isn't really a true crime case. I don't really cover videos like this. I don't really cover tragedies like this. But the more and more I researched this case and the more and more I looked into this case, I do believe that this case could have been avoided and that someone should be held accountable for this terrible, terrible tragedy. Today, I'm taking you back to August 7th, 2016 in Kansas City, Kansas, where a terrible tragedy took place at a water park. Caleb Thomas Schwab was born on June 23rd, 2006 in Kansas to his parents, Scott and Michelle Schwab. Caleb was a beautiful 10-year-old little boy who was extremely energetic and loved everyone. His entire family called him Monkey Bear because he climbed on everything and would give everyone this huge bear hug. They said once he gave you a hug, it's like he wouldn't let go. He was like a huge bear. He would just hold you tight and just want to just stay with you. Caleb loved playing baseball. He played football as well. He loved video games, he loved reading, and he loved his baby brothers. The more and more I looked into this case, I found a video. Several videos of Caleb, but one video of Caleb stood out, and it is a video of Caleb rocking his little brother. He's standing up, he's kind of dancing around. His baby brother, who looks to be around a year and a half, is laying on his shoulder. Maybe Caleb's trying to put his baby brother to sleep, but he just looks so nurturing and caring. Like he genuinely cares about his baby brother and how he wants him to feel comfortable with him. Caleb brought true joy to everyone's lives, especially his family and friends. On August 7, 2016, when Caleb was 10 years old, his family decided to go to a water park in Kansas City, Kansas called Schlitterbahn. Schlitterbahn is a chain of water parks that was founded in Texas in 1979. They had tons of water parks at this time. Caleb was so very excited about going to the water park. And let me tell you something. Who doesn't like to go to a water park when you're a child? It is so much fun. In 1994, when I was around 10 years old, we started going to Blue Bayou in Baton Rouge, which was so much fun. Oh my God, it is still open to this day. I love this water park. We had the Raging Cajun, the Awesome Twosome, the Flying Pirogue, the water moccasins. And I remember one time I was on the water moccasins and it was these two black snakes. They were like intertwined and you would go down the slide and you would, twist and turn, all of this fun stuff. And I was on the ride and I felt it shake and I felt it wobbly and I felt it leaning. And I got off the ride and I ran to my big brother and I was like, oh my God, not only was that ride super fun, but it felt like it was broken. And both of us ran back on the ride to go slide back down. It was just so much fun to be at a water park. So every child loves to go to the water park, in my personal opinion. And on this day, Caleb just lit up knowing he was going to Schlitterbahn. Now, in 2012, Schlitterbahn announced they would be constructing a brand new water slide called the Waterpark, which is a German word for crazy or insane. On July 10th, 2014, the Waterpark opened and it was a crazy 169 feet tall, the tallest water slide in the world at the time. Even the commercial said, "Are you insane?" Now let me tell y'all something. Back in the day, if I would have seen a commercial like that and I saw this huge water slide and it said that you were insane, honey, I would have gone on that water slide so fast. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would have gone. I would have been like, I'm insane. Sign me up. I'm insane. Are you insane? All my friends, we would have all been insane because we would have gone on that water slide. Now, being 40 years old, no, I'm good. I'm not climbing up those stairs to get to that water slide. I'm not climbing 169 feet at 40 years old. I probably wouldn't even make it a quarter of the way up there. I would be shaking. I would be scared. I would be worried that I was going to slide through the steps and fall and, hit my head, and that would just be the end of it. So when you're 10 years old and you go into the tallest water slide in the world, you are definitely ready to be insane. Schwab Waterpark gained so much attraction, so much attention, because this was, in fact, the tallest water slide in the world at the time. It was also said the Guinness Book of Records was there with the grand opening of the Waterpark because they were there to document the tallest water slide in the world. How exciting is that for Schwab to know that they have the tallest water slide in the world? Now, as I researched this water slide, I watched several videos on it, and it looked a lot of fun, especially to a 10-year-old. You get into this raft, and this raft was 1, 2, 3. It held 3 people, and it was this Velcro seatbelt that was strapped to you, and there was a net over you. Now, let me tell y'all something. This net over this slide looked like it was not safe. It looked like a regular fishing net that you could just, cast to a fish. It didn't look like it was going to protect you in any type of way, but maybe, I don't know. That's just the way it looked to me. And this slide took 2 years to build. Why? Because engineers and the water park had to conduct several tests on this water slide. And that is when they would put dummies and sandbags and try to test the raft. Y'all, the sandbags were flying out, the dummies were flying out, the raft was going airborne, hitting the wall. So it was said they had to tear down the first Waterpark water slide and build another water slide because they just couldn't get it right. However, 2 years later, in 2014, Schwab believed they finally had it right, and they opened up the Waterpark. Now, a lot of people were skeptical, and they thought to themselves, this slide not only doesn't look safe, it's only a matter of time before someone is hurt on this water slide. It was also said that safety consultants told the water park that the ride was incomplete and unsafe. However, Schwab still opened up the Waterpark water slide. Caleb and his family arrived on August 7, 2016, and the first thing they wanted to do was ride the Waterpark, because who wouldn't want to ride this slide? This was the tallest water slide in the world, and everyone for the past 2 years, since 2014, this is now 2016, was having so much fun on this ride. Everyone was talking about this slide. And of course, Caleb couldn't wait to get on that raft and go down the giant water slide. Caleb's dad, Scott, was a state legislator at the time, and Schwab was offering free admissions to elected officials as well as their family. Caleb and his big brother, Nathan, got out of the vehicle and raced to the top of the Waterpark. They couldn't wait to ride the tallest water slide in the world, 169 feet tall. When they reached the top, they were both split up because they had to meet weight requirements. The rafts, I guess, had to meet a certain weight requirement to go down. Caleb's big brother, Nathan, went down first and stood at the bottom of the slide waiting for Caleb to come down. Caleb boarded his raft. He was in the front. 2 sisters were behind him. They were all seatbelted in. Caleb goes down the first hill, no problem, going 70 miles per hour. However, as he was going down the second hill, the raft went airborne, causing Caleb to fly out of his seat, hitting a pole, causing his instant death. Onlookers say they saw what looked like to be a body come down the slide and a lot of blood following the body. Now, Nathan, Caleb's baby brother, noticed all of this. He saw all of this. He watched his baby brother go airborne in this raft. Nathan rushes to his family. He looks for his family, and he tells his mom what happened. Caleb's parents rush to the Waterpark. When they are approaching the Waterpark, park employees are holding the parents back, saying, no, 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 you don't want to see anything. You don't want to go down there. Trust me, you have to stay behind. Caleb had a severe neck injury. Now, I'm not going to tell y'all what that neck injury was. Y'all can go find out for yourself. It's online. Everything is public knowledge. However, I don't want to talk about it. All I'm going to say is the way Caleb was found was a parent's worst nightmare. He was found in the worst possible way a parent could imagine. And thankfully, Caleb's parents were held back and they were not able to see what actually happened to Caleb. All they know was that their 10-year-old son, Caleb Thomas Schwab, was deceased. The two sisters who were on the raft with Caleb did in fact survive. However, they did have a broken jaw and bone fractures in their face. This was a terrible tragedy. The park was shut down for 3 days and the Waterpark slide was closed indefinitely. Investigators started investigating this case. What could have happened? What caused this terrible tragedy? And while investigating this case, investigators found out that several customers, 11 customers to be in fact, complained about having injuries due to the Waterpark. From August 31st, 2014 to August 5th, 2016, almost 2 years, several customers complained about being injured on the Waterpark, all from neck injuries, back injuries, and no one said anything. This slide continued to stay open. And the owners of the park, Jeff Henry and John Schluely, faced second-degree murder charges. And Taylor Miles, the manager of the park, faced manslaughter charges due to the fact that he was concealing accidents that happened in the park. Now, in my personal opinion, they all need to be in jail for the rest of their lives because this, in fact, in my opinion, was murder. They knew that this slide wasn't safe. They knew accidents were happening on this slide and complaints were happening on this slide and nothing was getting done. It was also said by another passenger on the slide the same day Caleb rode the slide that their Velcro seatbelt detached while on the slide on their way down. How scary is that? You going 70 miles per hour and all you have is this little net above you to protect you. That doesn't do anything. In 2017, the Schwab family settled with the Waterpark for $20 million. And that money is going towards Caleb's 3 brothers. Nothing will ever replace Caleb. Nothing. And get this. In February of 2019, all charges were dropped against those 3 men. All of the charges. So no one is being held accountable for the death of this beautiful 10-year-old little boy. And my thoughts and my prayers go out to Caleb and his family because his family is going to need all the prayers they can get because they lost a beautiful little boy on this day. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is someone needs to be held accountable for the death of Caleb Schwab. Someone. I do believe that all of this could have been avoided. I do believe this was, yes, a terrible tragedy. No one wanted this to happen. No one thought this was going to happen. However, this definitely could have been avoided. They could have taken different measures. Everyone wants to have the tallest water slide. Everyone wants to have all this attraction. But your number one priority when opening up any type of business is safety, especially when you have children coming on this water slide. These are children that are going airborne on a raft. This is just, I can't even fathom what these parents were going through. They would have never known this would have happened to their beautiful little boy. No parents would have figured this would happen. I have taken my children to Disney World several times, and even the Cajun Heartland State Fair in Lafayette, where I'm from. We love to go to theme parks. I never think about, you know what? Like I can go airborne, or I could do. That doesn't come to my mind. The only thing that comes to mind when I'm going to a theme park or a water park is the fun we're going to be having, especially my beautiful children. We all think that. We all want to have loads of fun with our children. However, we also have to be safe. And this park wasn't being safe. And as a parent, you have to rely on the park being safe because we don't know if these rides are safe. We didn't put these rides together. We didn't construct them. We're not engineers and architects. We don't do stuff like that. We just want to see our children have fun. So we put all of our trust in the owners of these parks. And our children are the most precious things to us. So we have to rely on other people at parks to protect our children. And I believe that Caleb wasn't protected on this day. They had too many complaints about this slide. And this slide was in fact unsafe. So again, my thoughts and my prayers go out to Caleb's family. And I'm just praying for y'all every single day. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. And always know that I'm here for each and every one of you. I will see y'all next week with more Cajun Crime Queen videos. And as always, thank you all for the love and support. And for you, I am truly grateful. I will see y'all later. I love each and every one of y'all. Bye.